Breaking news this morning out of Gaza. Airstrikes kill an 8-year-old girl just minutes after a unilateral truce is declared. This comes as Israel receives a fresh wave of criticism for shelling near a school crowded with displaced Palestinians Sunday. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calls on world leaders to stand with Israel on Saturday.
Hamas again mistakenly believes that the people of Israel do not have the will and determination to fight them. And Hamas again will learn the hard way that Israel will do whatever it must do to protect its people. I call on all responsible international leaders and decent people everywhere to stand with Israel now. Stand with Israel as it confronts Hamas. Stand with Israel as it defends itself against Hamas' deliberate and indiscriminate attacks on our civilians. Stand with Israel, a democracy fighting a ruthless terrorist organization committed to our destruction.
Good morning and welcome to the News Hub. I'm Michael Casey, filling in for Simon Constable. Nicholas Casey now joins us from Gaza with the latest. Are you there, Nick? Hi, Nick.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, Nick. Look, more gut-wrenching images over the weekend. I can only imagine what it's like on the ground. If you don't mind, just describe the mood among the Palestinians you talk to.
Well, today there's another ceasefire that's going on, and one of the things that Palestinians have learned is that these ceasefires don't end up actually stopping the fighting. About 6 minutes into the ceasefire today, I looked out my hotel window. I could hear the whiz of something hitting. It looked like it was an airstrike, and there was a plume of smoke. So people are kind of trying to go about their lives as they possibly can, given that there's kind of danger all around right now, going to markets, trying to do some fishing. But everything is really tense because there are still people getting hurt. There's still people getting killed. There's still buildings that are coming down. And it's just seeming to be another tough day here in Gaza.
So we just heard Prime Minister Netanyahu calling on the world to stand with Israel, but there's a real sense after this weekend's attack near a UN school, with condemnation from Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and harsh words from Washington, that Israel is more isolated now than ever. Is that fair to say? And if so, how could it affect its strategy going forward?
Well, this war against Hamas this time has become much larger than anything that Israel has really done in the past in terms of the number of civilian casualties. It's looking like maybe even the number of buildings, the amount of destruction that's happening, certainly has outpaced what happened in 2012, which was the last one where the numbers were far lower. I think we're talking about just hundreds of people, not now getting to be thousands of people who have died. This is catching everybody's attention around the world. It's a large number of casualties here, mainly civilians, according to the UN. And because Israel is not able to say clearly when this is going to stop and how a ceasefire is going to be reached with Hamas, Hamas also isn't able to say that either. That's ratcheting up a lot of pressure on Israel right now to explain how there's going to be a ceasefire achieved, given that Hamas doesn't have the same profile that Israel does on the international stage.
Does Hamas have control, just quickly, Nick, we don't have much time, over its own people? Why these ceasefires keep on being violated?
Well, it's not clear. When there's a ceasefire that's violated, it never seems to be clear who is the first side to fire. What is clear is that when one side fires, the other side goes right back to what they were doing before. One of the problems also is communication to Hamas. A lot of its leaders are in hiding now, and it's very difficult for some of the envoys and diplomats to try to reach the people on the ground who are actually the ones behind the rockets that you might see going off.
All right. Well, Nick, thank you very much for your time and stay safe.